Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth, and I am here today to do a tag video. Was created by my friend Elizabeth at Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'll link them down below. But I'm redoing this tag in honor of her 6th anniversary on BookTube. If you do not follow Elizabeth, you definitely should. She is one of my favorite people to talk books and pretty much anything else with. So definitely go and check out her channel. Like I said, it'll be linked down below. Today we are going to be doing the Bookish boxes and buzzwords tag. So let's get started. Question number 1 is your go-to genre or favorite type of book. I have a few of these, so it kind of depends on the time of year and my mood, etc. But I typically go for middle grade and or fantasy books. Although here lately, my go-to has been cozy paranormal mysteries. So those are a lot of fun too. Number 2, the retellings you are drawn to. I really like fairy tale retellings like everybody, but I like the ones that show it from a different point of view. So instead of a retelling that we're still seeing it through Cinderella's point of view, I like the ones where we see it from the prince's point of view or the fairy godmother's point of view. I don't really like Cinderella that much, but you get the gist. Lifestyles or careers of the book characters. If they are a bookish person, that will automatically make me want to pick up the book or at least read a little bit to see if I want to pick it up. The Bookish Life of Nina, I've forgotten her last name, but I loved that book and I literally picked it up because she was a bookseller. Things like The Midnight Library. I loved that book and I literally picked it up because it was about being stuck in a library trying to figure out your life. The Cemetery of Forgotten Books series. Picked up The Shadow of the Wind because I knew it was about books. It's one of my favorite books now. So basically, if they're bookish book characters, I like it. I also like students. So reading, middle grade books, and they talk about their hobbies and going outside and playing and whatever. I love that. Places or settings that you are drawn to. I really, really like very atmospheric settings. So Barcelona in the Cemetery of Forgotten Books series, when he describes it, it is very atmospheric, and I'm very drawn to that kind of gloomy, rainy feel. I love reading Nora Roberts books when they're set in Ireland. The Outlander series in Scotland, where you can just feel that natural setting, even though Barcelona is not really a natural setting. Relationships you enjoy reading about. I love best friend relationships, and I also really enjoy as you're making new friends. Cozy series I am reading right now is all about this woman who lived she's Jack Frost's daughter, and she has moved to kind of a supernatural town in Georgia, and she's never really had close friends, but she's making friendships and she's dating, and so this woman in her 30s kind of growing into who she is and making these found family relationships. I am loving it. Buzzwords in the title of the book: dragons, werewolves, fantasy stuff, but also books. Pretty much fantasy and books, if you haven't caught that yet. Things on book covers that draw you in: werewolves, dragons, books. very pretty colors. I like kind of bright, eye-catching colors, but it can be the dullest book cover. And if it has just one little thing, a notebook, a pencil off in the corner, something that's kind of mysterious, that draws me in. Nonfiction buzzwords are the type of nonfiction you're drawn to. I don't read a lot of nonfiction, but when I do, it's normally for my educational purposes, like professional development. If I'm reading it on my own, I like stuff about authors' lives, or I read a book about flappers. So if I get into a subject, I really like manatees. I read a book about manatees. Really like octopuses, octopi. I like, yeah, sea creatures. So I've read books on them. Um, the art of bookbinding, I read a book about that. So if it's a topic I really enjoy, I'll check it out. But I don't seek out nonfiction as a typical thing. So that's something I've talked a lot on that I didn't have an answer for. Medical or physical conditions of characters. You know, the one that I've always looked for and I haven't found. So if you guys know of a character that has this condition, I would love to read about it. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and I have never yet found, I'm sure there's some out there, but I have not found a character that has PCOS. I've, big girls, chubby girls, girls with eating disorders, skinny girls with eating disorders, depressed characters. Like, I like reading about how somebody carries on a normal life while dealing with manic depressed. I enjoy reading about non-neurotypical or neurodivergent individuals. I am neurodivergent, and I teach some neurodivergent kids, and my children are varying levels of neurodivergent. And my best friend is, and I really enjoy reading characters that I can connect to, like, why they might be doing that. But I would love it if one of y'all knew somebody with PCOS as a character in a book. I may just have to write the book. Time of year or time in history or future that you are drawn to. Fall, October, fall. I also like the 1920s, 1940s, but I don't like war books, so I don't really search out war books typically. But if they're set in the 1920s and then like the 17 and 1800s, I very much enjoy those. Any other boxes or buzzwords not already mentioned? I actually really enjoy Sherlock retellings. I didn't mention that in the retelling. But no, I don't think there's any other. What bookish boxes or buzzwords turn you away? I'm sorry about that. My leg fell asleep and the cat jumped on it. Turn me away. There are a lot where I look at it and I'm like, I just don't. If it is a hot political topic at the time, I don't want to read about it because I hear about it all the time. I will probably not on my own pick up a lot of books that are listed on like currently these are the big Black Lives Matter book, not because I don't think Black Lives Matter, because they definitely do. And I'm actually very drawn to some of them, but they're such a hot topic right now, and I'm taking a lot of master's courses that are like American literature. Well, then my American literature course turned into a Black Lives Matter in literature course. My picture book and graphic novels narrative course I'm taking this summer, it starts on Monday. We got the reading list, and it is all LGBTQ and Black Lives Matter books, which are fabulous. But since I'm reading them in my master's program, I don't typically go out to grab them outside of it. I do thoroughly enjoy them when I read them. I just don't feel the need to grab them. If they are super hyped up, I don't grab them. If they are like 50 Shades of Grey type of thing, I in, I enjoy some BDSM as much as the next girl, but I don't want to read all of that. And if they seem like they're poorly written, or the title doesn't make sense, things like that, I will not typically pick them up. Sometimes somebody will hand me a book and be like, you need to read this. And it's something I went, I don't want to pick it up. It said her in the title 3 times. And then I read it and I'm like, oh, that was a really good book though. So obviously I don't know what I'm talking about. But those were the 10 questions and the 2 bonus questions for Elizabeth's Bookish Boxes and Buzzwords tag. Please keep in mind these are my own opinions. Please don't come at me in the comments, or do. Just be nice about it when you do. I'd love to have a chat with you down there. I would love for you guys to do it. I will link her video, the questions, and if I can find it, my original video down below. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Happy anniversary, Liz. Bye.